It's better than higher end brands. I just don't like the idea of spending so much money when I can get something similar at the drugstore, right? So I have just a little tidbit that I want you guys to know before you leave. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kat, if we haven't met before. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am so happy to have you, and I hope that you will consider subscribing. And today I wanted to share with you guys a recent order that I made with Ulta. And let's get into it. When the new ColourPop foundation was released, it was released to exclusively Ulta.com, and I knew that I wanted to try it. So on the day of the release, I went to Ulta.com thinking, okay, I'll maybe add a couple other things so I don't have to pay for shipping. They have a $35 minimum that you have to spend in order to qualify for free shipping. Well, that snowballed quickly because Ulta was running a promotion that if you spend $75, not only do you get the free shipping, you also get a free 18-piece gift. And usually I would think that's so gimmicky, and I'm usually not all that interested. However, this gift was definitely worth it, and I'm gonna talk about the item that made it worth it for me. But it came in this makeup bag, and it was filled with skincare, hair care, some makeup. There was like a setting spray and a primer. I've taken a couple of the things out so I can show you later on in the video. And one super exciting to me. And since I already mentioned it, we'll start with the new ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation. This retails for $16 for 1 ounce, and it's available at Ulta.com and at ColourPop.com. If you haven't seen my foundation review on this, go check it out. I do a full day wear test and tell you guys what I think of this foundation and whether I think it's worth buying. So go check that video out. It was actually the first video that went live on my channel ever. Next up, we have the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. And Catrice is an affordable brand that I hadn't heard of before. I know some places it is available in stores, like drugstores, but I've never seen this in any of my local stores, and so Catrice as a brand was brand new to me. And I actually have a full day wear test and review of this foundation coming up soon, but just so you guys know, if you are interested, this retails for $10.99 for 1 ounce. Next up, we have the Pacifica Alight Clean Foundation. And let me know if you guys want to see a review on this foundation. It retails for $16 for 1 ounce of product. Next up is something that I had been wanting for a really long time. This is the MAC Fix Plus in the scent Coconut. The Fix Plus is a bestseller on the Ulta website as well as the MAC website. It's a cult favorite, and it retails for $28 for 3.4 ounces or 100 milliliters if you're not in the US. And it also comes in a mini size if you don't want to shell out almost $30 for a hydrating mist. Completely understandable. But the mini size retails for $16 for 1 ounce of product, or 30 mils. And MAC is one of those brands that I was in love with in high school. It is a higher end brand, and can you just imagine your high schooler asking for $16 for a single shadow? Like, you get one shadow. I mean, I was obsessed. My poor parents. And if you're not into coconut, it comes in the original scent, which is like an herbal scent. It also comes in a rose and lavender scent. And if you want yet another scent, MAC just released 7 different Fix Plus sprays. And just a quick little note about the new release versus the original. They are marketing the new release as an actual setting spray because the original Fix Plus is considered a hydrating mist. The MAC website describes this as a lightweight water mist that preps, finishes, or refreshes makeup. Alright, next item, I got the Pro Longwear Paint Pot. This is another just kind of cult favorite. It is a long-wearing blendable eyeshadow that you can use as an eyeshadow base or an eyeshadow primer. And it's going to combat against creasing of your shadow product and improve the vibrancy of your shadows, and also increase the longevity of your eyeshadow. I got it in the shade Soft Ochre, and it's just almost the shade of what I would use as concealer, and it comes in 6 different shades. And if you're interested, the paint pot retails for $22. But that little pot is going to last you forever and ever because you're only going to use just enough to cover your lid. Well, your lids. Let's put it on both. Ulta was running another promotion on top of the buy $75 worth of stuff, and we'll give you this little present. And the second promotion was you get a mini MAC lipstick for spending $35 or more on MAC products, which I hit. So this is in the shade Velvet Teddy, and again, it's another just one of MAC's really popular products. It's a matte bullet lipstick, and I just swatched it for you. So it's just that nude beige, just a good nude for your lips. I'm not huge on lip products, so I thought this was perfect to kind of just have without investing too much into it. Lip products, I usually don't have the time for. I can't be bothered with making sure I don't have lipstick on my teeth and all the other stuff that comes along with wearing lip products. Also the stickiness and just, yeah, it's just not comfortable to me. But I am working to broaden my horizons in that category. So if I come across a really good, comfortable lipstick, I will definitely be sharing that because I haven't found one. Next up was a necessity. It's my favorite brow product that I've found so far, and that is the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil. It's got a mechanical kind of situation, so you don't have to ever sharpen it. It's always sharp, and it's got this really tiny little point, so you can do really good detail work. And what I love about this is that it's not too creamy, but it's just creamy enough so that it glides on and applies nice. It doesn't feel like you're pulling your eyebrow hairs out, but it's not so creamy that it's going to be sliding all over your face, which is never good for anyone. So this comes in 6 different shades. I got it in 2 shades, Biscotti and Latte. It's also the cheapest brow pencil I have found. That includes Walmart anywhere. I mean, e.l.f. does sell a $2 or $3 one, but it's not a micro brow pencil. So this retails for $5, which is a incredibly good price. So yeah, I picked up those. And last item that I put into my carts, other than the free gift situation, is the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil. And this is waterproof. I got it in the shade Nude. And what I use this for, I didn't use this today, but I use it to run along my waterline to just kind of brighten up my eye area if I need that extra help. It just helps to really wake up that area and make you look like you're not a tired mommy. So moving on to the free gift here. Like I mentioned before, it came chock full with all kinds of skincare, hair care, and some makeup products. And this is the Tula Skincare Get Toned Pro Glycolic 10% Resurfacing Toner. That is the longest name for a product ever. It should be illegal. You know how long that took me to memorize? It also came with the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. Also an incredibly long name, but I've been interested in that product, so I was excited about that, long name or not. Moving on to a few of the hair care products. This is the Living Proof Styling Cream, and it's a 10 Silk Leave-In Treatment. So that's just a couple of the things that were highlights for me in the 18-piece gift set. But the game changer, the reason why I felt it necessary to spend $75 at Ulta is this right here. This is by Juvia's Place. It's the Saharan eyeshadow palette. Surprise! Hey, so I was editing this video. Everything was going swimmingly until I got to the palette portion of the video. Something happened with the audio, so I thought I would just re-record this portion so you guys don't have to listen to bad audio. So with that being said, let's talk about this palette because you guys need to know. I have been loving this palette. It is so good, and when I first saw it online, I was just unsure. I didn't know what to think of it because it just looked so colorful. But if you break it down a little bit and just cover up these bright shades, it kind of lets your eyes see some of those neutrals. This palette, it just does such a good job with versatility. It has 4 mattes and the remaining 8 are satins and shimmers. The formula in this eyeshadow palette is what makes it. The powders are so finely milled, they are so creamy and smooth and buttery. They just blend out so easily and so effortlessly. It makes creating an eye look so much easier than if you were to be using a lower quality eyeshadow palette. And that is not me knocking drugstore eyeshadows. I have a $3 eyeshadow palette on my eyes today. The little e.l.f. bite-sized quads. But I will say this. I consider this to be just as affordable as anything you can find at the drugstore. And that is the best part of this palette. Not only does Juvia's Place outperform a lot of the higher end brands that you're going to find at Ulta. And we're talking brands that are charging $40, $50, $60 plus for their eyeshadow palettes. Yet this retails for $20. But that's one thing, right? Okay, it's better than higher end brands, but I just don't like the idea of spending so much money on an eyeshadow palette and when I can get something similar at the drugstore, right? So I have just a little tidbit that I want you guys to know before you leave. Just out of curiosity, I googled Maybelline eyeshadow 12 shades, something along those lines. And it popped up with, I think it was called Nudes of New York for $12. And the eyeshadow pans themselves, so each individual shade, looked significantly smaller, which is fine. But that did pique my interest and just kind of got the wheels turning in my head. Well, I went ahead and broke it down per gram. And what I found was that the Maybelline palette is $12 for 9.6 grams, or about a third of an ounce. And that figures out to be $1.25 per gram. Now, the Juvia's Place, while you will be spending more money up front, it has 18 grams of product for $20, which breaks down to $1.11. So you are paying $1.11 per gram if you bought the Juvia's Place palette, and you would be paying more per gram, $1.25, if you just went ahead with the Maybelline eyeshadow palette. If you enjoyed this video or you got any value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing before you go today. Turn on notifications so you won't miss any of my future uploads. But that is it for this video, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, I'm happy, you're happy, everyone's happy. Oh, what a weird mood. Not a bad mood, just a weird mood.